What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Horror556, formerly known as Blackout for those who have been subscribed to the channel. Yes, channel name. It's like a yearly thing at this point, but I think we're gonna stay with this one for good. Anyway, so we are on Forza Motorsport, and we are going to do some GT3 racing this time. So, what you see here is the car I'm going to be using, the Aston Martin Vantage GT3. Um, it's a very solid car. Very good at handling. I mean, it's probably one of the best handling cars I think I've ever used. With that note, let's head on to the specs of the car. It should come up any minute now. There it is. So like I said, this is the Aston Martin Racing V12 Vantage GT3. Um, Engine, as you can see, is a 5.9 liter V12, displaying up to 552 horsepower while weighing about 3,000 pounds. I just forgot to display the metrics when it comes to, say, speed, braking, handling, acceleration, the usual. This car is very well known for its speed, or not speed, its handling, as I said before. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop on to the race at Silverstone. So we're starting off this race on medium tires. Hoping to do a one-stop pit strategy. Even though this is about a 14-lap race, we're just gonna do the maximum fuel of 22 laps. We're just gonna wait for a little bit, and then we're off. We are off at Silverstone on the full circuit, just like the M circuit or the shorter circuits. And of course, it's Forza Motorsport, so open lobbies are just chaos. We had to brake due to the Lamborghini going off track and braking a little bit. We didn't want to ram behind him. And as we go into the Parabolica, I believe, I forgot what it's called. More chaos as we have cars going off, spinning around, ghosting due to the fact that they're off track. And even I go off track, as you can see here. We go off really wide, but we're able to rejoin safely. And we are going down the straight into turn 4, I believe. Maybe turn 3. I never memorized. But we are, as you can see, we are going to be under pressure from, I was going to say Rudy Goon, but it's Rudy Go-Go, or like however you spell his name, who goes off track himself and into the gravel. And we are going to be putting the pressure onto the fellow Aston Martin and the Mercedes. The Mercedes is the fastest car out of pretty much everyone on this grid here, as you will see pretty soon. First and I believe first, second, and third are all Mercedes. They're all Mercedes GT3s. I would do a Mercedes GT3. As you can see here, we have more cars going off track, spinning off. I mean, it's just pure chaos through the S's over here. Now that's a corner, I remember the S's. Anyways, we are going down the second straight towards this other point of interest right here. All before we head off to the final chicane to complete a very chaotic lap one. I said lap 1 of Silverstone, and it gets even more chaotic in the chicane here as the Ferrari gets loose and another the Lamborghini gets turned. We have to go wide, so we goes through the Ferrari, and 3 cars go into the gravel. I mean, it is absolute scenes here to finish off lap 1. A very chaotic lap 1 at that. So lap 2, we are still under battle against the Ferrari of, what's his name, Tory Top 9. We bumped to the back of the Mercedes. That goes a little bit wide, but that's okay. We still put the pressure onto the Mercedes. I don't know if we'll ever catch this Mercedes. This Mercedes was, like I said, the fastest car on the grid. It didn't matter if we were in an Aston Martin or not. This was a very fast car. Just absolutely insane. We get the pass though, as Mercedes again goes very wide, but he's going to take the pressure on and go underneath us and take the position back. So, I mean, it's great battles here. Great battles here for these first couple of laps. As we change the camera angle to the, what is it, the game camera? I believe it's the game camera here. And we're going to be trailing behind this Mercedes, hoping for another mistake. However, though, I believe we do make a big mistake here. So does the Mercedes, but our mistake is a lot bigger as we throttle up too fast or too early, and we lose all time and we lose track position as we slide back up and almost ram into the Mercedes in front of us. So we'll have some ground to gain. Some good news though is that the Mercedes in front does have what's that called? Sorry, my mind went blank there. They do have penalties, about 2 seconds in penalties. We're clean so far, but those penalties I think will be very critical towards the end of the race, obviously. So we're going into lap 3. Like I said, Mercedes fast switched up and passed the Aston Martin in front of us. We're going to go into turn 2. However, though, Ferrari gets super aggressive and tries to dive bomb underneath us and spins himself out. Let me go know what you guys think though, because I don't know. I'm conflicted about it, thinking it's my fault, but at the same time, it was a really egregious dive bomb, so I didn't know. Back to the race though, we brake late so that we can get in front of the Aston Martin, but the Aston Martin actually pulls the old switch up on us, and that's alright. We switch up and it's a battle towards cops as we go side by side. No, we get the pass done, but we're back side by side into cops. Hopefully we get the pass done here. No, he gets the inside line and I give him the space he needs. Kind of going off track a little bit, but it really doesn't affect anyone. And now we're under pressure from the Aston Martin behind us of Xavier 7366 as the car is off track. The Mercedes that I was talking about before went off track. We are now under pressure side by side going there. No, he backs off. We're going to go side by side down the straight towards the end of the 4th lap. Either the end of the 4th lap or the end of the 3rd lap, I believe. But we're side by side. I pushed him off right here. That one was my fault. That one was my fault as I just kind of blatantly pushed him off there. However, though, if I do remember, I received a warning for that. So it wasn't egregious. Larry, the Aston Martin in front, makes a mistake, goes super wide, and we make the pass for 5th place. We are currently top 5. I mean, absolute scenes here. We are doing very well. Back to the game camera, as we are, it's very clear here. Nothing really happened. We are holding a very good line, running our own race so far. Managing the car behind us of Xavier 7366. I mean, nothing more. It's a kind of calm down after 3 laps, which to me is something else. So far, it's a good race, I believe. One car I do think that we need to be able to watch for the rest of the race here, for the rest of this video really, is Seabound 818. Seabound 818 is a Lexus RCF GT3. So he's the only Lexus in the field. And that car's fast. He's a very fast car, and he actually has a very different strategy compared to us, which could be very critical towards the end of the race here as we go through the S's. Can we go through it cleanly? Seems like we're going through it cleanly, and yeah, we're able to get through the S's cleanly and finish up a very calm 4th lap here. Now fast forwarding actually to lap 7 due to the fact that we were able to hold position and whatnot. As you can see here, the tires are orange, 61 to about 65% wear on our tires, and we need to pit. Although we have some good fuel mileage, obviously, because we've been racing 22 laps, we need to pit. So fast forward to lap 8, which is where we are going to pit this lap, as you can see here. And thankfully, we are not the only ones. As you can see, Xavier, who's been kind of in that train, and the same as Larry, the 2 Aston Martins I was fighting with earlier on lap 2 and 3, they decide to come pit with us. And although we lose a bit of position due to cars who have pit earlier, it will not affect us. I believe that this one-stop strategy is going to be effective, and I mean, so far it is. We are currently top 5 right now, which is really good compared to the 8th place start that we had at the end of the race. Now, this race is going to be very calm for pretty much, I believe the rest of the race is just going to be very, very calm. And we're just going to be running our own race, and yeah, we're just going to be chilling and vibing and cruising around. So we're going to be doing that for about a few laps prior. Now we're going to fast forward to lap 11, since there's really been no action. And as you can see here, Seabound is pitting. He is taking his 2nd pit stop. We are going to be passing him. Same thing with Xavier over here. We are going to be passing him. We did get maybe 1 or 2 penalties. I'm not really sure. Classic bug. Classic replay bug when it comes to Forza Motorsport. One thing I do think that Forza Motorsport really needs to try and do is add more cameras. Add more camera angles when it comes to replays. And a big thing that I also am with is possibly adding laps, so that you can cycle through laps when looking at your replays. I don't want to be holding my trigger down as I am fast forwarding through this entire replay. But I digress, it's not really that important to the video. We're going to fast forward to the final lap here, and as you can see, Seabound is right behind us. He is on those better tires, and I'm on older tires because one-stop strategy. We're going to be finishing this on pretty orange tires. As you can see, we keep sliding, but I overcorrect and I go off track into the gravel. Seabound passes us for 4th. However, though, that is not going to matter, because as you can see on the leaderboard here, I still finished 4th due to the fact that he had a 2nd more penalties than I did. So we kind of played our cards right there, as we were able to get 4th after starting 8th. 4th place. Like, see, I'm congratulating myself right there. That's a really good spot. See, look at that. A full Mercedes podium right there. The Mercedes was just fast. Nothing you could really do with it. And yeah, I mean, just nothing crazy. I mean, this was a really great race. This is one of the more fun races I've had on here. That and a 1-hour endurance race I did with LMP2s, which I unfortunately don't have. And so is this Nürburgring race. A lot of DNFs because people decided to quit. Shout out everybody. Shout out the top 10, because the top 10 were literally everyone who decided not to quit. Or top 11, I believe. But regardless, I mean, shout out them.
So be patient and take one.
This game in general, though, I love this game. I know a lot of sim racers in particular love to shit on this game because they don't believe it's simulator-like. But I love this game, and I'm gonna be playing it for a really long time. It's got all my cars in it. I love the hypercars in this game, especially that BMW that they just added, BMW M. It's amazing. I've already maxed out on that car. But anyways, enough rambling from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love the video and want more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's all for me. Peace out, y'all.